Hey, I want to show you how to do some of these problems called intro to proportions, problems A through E. The deal is we're letting the students just sort of monkey around with these today, just maybe 20 minutes or so, just to see what they know about proportions, to sort of get their minds right. Remember, proportions is like if you swim 700 meters in 10 minutes, how far can you swim in 13 minutes? That's kind of what proportions is. It's something that's compared to something else always. So here's just a handful of problems. I asked you to work on these maybe for 25 minutes, 25 minutes. If you didn't get very far on any of them, that's fine. And you don't have to know all these answers by tomorrow, but I just want to show you a few ways to solve some of these. Okay, so no stress, no stress. Just look at these and look at these solutions and think, wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so 6 men can build a house in 3 days. Okay, so assuming that all the workmen work at the same rate, how many men would it take to build the house in 1 day? Okay, so I get that 6 men is the same thing as 3 days. All right, so that means if I took that's for a whole house. So that means that 6 men, this is 3 days for a whole house. So that's for a whole house. So that means that 6 men in one day. So 1 day, that's like a third of 3 days. In 1 day, they could build a third of a house. Okay, so there's sort of my deal there. If 6 men can build a third of a house in 1 day, then how many men would it take to build a whole house? Well, what do I have to do to this 1/3 to make it a whole? Multiply by 3. So if I take this 6 men times 3, I'd get, so that'd be 18 men, and that's the same thing as 1 whole house. So the answer to this one is 18 men. The next problem, and again, if you were in class, I'd say, hey, let's talk about this some, but I'm doing a video, so you can't talk. So Matt can mow Mr. Greenway's lawn in 45 minutes. Max's little brother takes twice as long to do the same lawn. Look, the only way that I can know how to solve this is sort of like we just did the last one. You might want to think of this as a picture. That's sort of harder to do, for me at least. I wouldn't think about it algebraically or numerically. So I want to say if Mac is working all by himself, Matt can mow in really? What's going on here? So if Mac is working seriously, what is going on with my pencil? If Mac is working by himself, he can mow in 1 minute, he can mow 1/45 of the yard. So really the rest of this problem is all just easy once you see that. And the way that I did that was, now you may not have thought to do it like that, but I said, hey, in 45 minutes, he takes him 45 minutes to mow the whole yard. And I'm sort of wanting to know something about the whole yard. So that means in 1 minute, he can mow this much of the yard. So Mac's little brother, in 1 minute, he can mow 1/90th of the yard. Okay, so if that's true, then together, the two of them working together, so I want to know how much can they mow in 1 minute. So that's going to be 1/45 of the yard plus 1/90th of the yard. So that's 3/90ths of the yard. In 1 minute, they can mow 1/30th of the yard in 1 minute. Okay. So if they can mow 1/30th of the yard in 1 minute, well, that means it's just going to take them 30 minutes to mow the whole yard, because 30 times 1/30th, 30 times 1/30th would be 1 yard. So the answer to this one is 30 minutes. Again, it'd be great if we could ask questions, but not in this situation. I mean, because we can't. Okay, 1 football player weighs 220 pounds. What's the total weight of the 11 starters? So, okay, so each starter weighs 220 pounds. So this is just 11 times 220. And you get an answer for that that's a large football player number. All right, next. Posh Academy, this one's kind of fun for me. Posh Academy boasts a ratio of 150 students to 18 teachers. Let's see, okay, so that's 150 students per 18 teachers. Okay. Uh-oh, lunchtime. Got to stop it from here. This will be good for now. Bye.